Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new series. Basically, in this series, I just decided why not I just review every game week that comes by. I mean, it gives a chance for fans that support another team other than Arsenal to, give their opinion on the team and what they think and, just express to me how they're feeling. So hopefully I do keep this up. I'll try my best, if I can be asked. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead with it. Hopefully the series works and hopefully you guys like it. I won't be able to go to every single, match, but I will go to the very key important ones that happened in the week. And I'll just be reviewing them, giving my thoughts on it. And I'll want to hear your guys' opinion on it if you support that team. So we'll first start off with the first game of the week, which was quite really important. It was Arsenal versus Man City. Now, I'm not going to delve too much into it because I made a video on it previously, but I'll just give a quick summary. So look, Arsenal last year, it was a 2-1 defeat. Last minute winner by Rodri. And for me, look, before the game, I expected a loss, okay? And I expected a thumping 3-0, but the performance for me was key. Like, I wanted at least to see some fight if we were going to lose. Look, Man City are one of the greatest teams in Europe right now. And look, for us to win, there was honestly no chance. But I mean, the game started off well. We actually deserved to win. That's the thing. That's what got me really annoyed. We deserved to win. After watching that game, I don't know how we didn't come out with at least a point. And our heads we lost our heads. Granit Xhaka as always being a liability, giving away the penalty cost us the game. And I mean, then we just lost. I mean, with these, against, when you're versing these elite teams, you have to take your chances because teams at Man City, one chance, one goal, and that's exactly what they did. There's not much more to say than that, other than it was quite encouraging. Hopefully we can, use this momentum and go on to the next match and hopefully build on for the rest of the season and hopefully get top 4. Now, the next biggest game of the weekend was a thriller. Chelsea versus Liverpool. Now, these two teams are both in the title race. Well, they were up to this point. Before the season, everyone thought that Chelsea, after that signing of Lukaku, 100 million, that's it. Chelsea are solidified. Liverpool, they got their, the big players back, Van Dijk, they signed Konate. They have all the players back from injury. And, we all thought, this season is going to be the biggest title challenge, most competitive title race in a while. 3 top teams going for it. And unfortunately, it looks like Man City already won the league. And look, before we start, both teams, they did have injuries. Okay, I'll give them that. Most of the teams did have injuries and COVID, but you can't use injuries as an excuse, man. That is part of football. You can't be using injuries as an excuse to, to defend your season. I mean, that's part of football. COVID, I understand. You can blame COVID, but injuries and suspension, that's part of football, man. How can you use yellow cards as, that's the reason why we didn't play? That's a pathetic excuse. But the game itself, what a game. Let's start with the first goal that came from Mane. What happened, what's funny is that Pulisic had the similar chance right before that Mane's chance where he could have went around the keeper, but the keeper saved it. Then Mane went on the other end, did the same thing and scored. And then Salah, what a finish. I mean, totally ruined Alonso. That dropped shoulder and then just ran past Alonso and just finished it. What a finish. And this guy is just so elite right now. But then, they're probably the goal of the season already. Kovacic, what a volley. Absolutely smashed it from the post in. There could have been 3 keepers and no one is saving that. The way he went in, he hit the post and he went in. What a finish. And with Kovacic, I always knew this guy was an absolute baller. Most underrated centre midfielder in the Premier League. Never gets the recognition he deserves. He's such a baller. The way he plays both feet, the quick passes, the little 1-2 touches. I love watching these elegant players like Kovacic. And then Pulisic scores right before, half time, and Chelsea are right into the game. Second half starts. I mean, the second half was not that entertaining compared to the first half, but second half started, eventually Chelsea did take control. I mean, Chelsea's midfield overran Liverpool's midfield, which is very rare, but I think it just showed that both teams are where they are for a reason. They can't finish the chances and the defending isn't that good. That is the reason why Chelsea and Liverpool are where they are and why Man City are literally uncatchable. Like, you can't catch up, you can't keep up with Man City because of how good they are. And it's just credit to Man City. Like, nowadays, if you lose 2 games or 3 games in a season, you're probably out of the title race because that's the standard Man City have set. And unfortunately, kudos to Chelsea and Liverpool for trying to have a goal, but Man City, the crown champions of the Premier League already, they're not slowing down anytime soon. And the final game of this, of the week, that was probably the most surprising, I would actually say. Man United vs Wolves. Wolves winning 1-0 with a bullet from Coutinho. What a finish, Coutinho and Neves are probably the most two underrated midfielders in the Premier League as well. I know I said Kovacic, but these two are another underrated pairing. So technically good, these two players, so good on the ball, brilliant range of passing, just two brilliant players. And Coutinho showed his little skills, man. What a goal, one touch and just smashes it in. De Gea, no chance of saving that. But for Man United, this is a worry because, how can you... It's like Man United have been playing poor. It's not like just this is the only game. Since Rangnick has come, everyone thought it was Oli, but now Rangnick has come and they're playing the same. If you got rid of the managers, you still think Oli is managing Man United right now because they look so poor. And for Man United, this is a big worry because you have these top quality players and you're not getting the results. You're literally playing worse with better players than you guys did last season when you had worse players. You now have Ronaldo, you have players like Varane, both of them look like absolute shadows of themselves. I don't know what is going on with Man United, but they need to fix up because they are competing for top four right now and they shouldn't be competing for top four. They should be competing for the league title, but because of how bad they've been, they are now competing for a top four, which is a really big worry because if Man United do not get into Champions League, Ronaldo is off. He cannot be in the Europa League or the Conference League with his image. It would literally damage his brand. So Man United have a big job in hand and their performances need to get better because even when they do and they still look so shaky, some of the players are just bang overrated. They have no style of play. I'm watching Man United. They play some of the worst football in the league. Man United fans need to wake up and realize how many, you guys are sacking these managers, but the players you guys have are so overrated. The way to describe Man United is like they're a cake. Imagine a cake. You put a cherry on the top of the cake, right? And that is what Man United did. They just put the cherry on top of the cake and the rest of the cake is falling down, it's crumbling. They put the cherry with Varane and Ronaldo, just put on the top and hoping that it would taste good. But unfortunately, the rest of the cake is breaking down. The side of the cake is falling down. The left... Who are Man United's right back and left back? Because every week they change it. So Man United's foundations are just not even set. And players like Ronaldo and Varane, they're not transitional players. When you buy a Ronaldo or Varane, the expectation is to go win, not compete for top four. And unfortunately, Man United have failed so far this season. Their requirement, they have to get top four. And if they don't, it's going to be a big worry because a lot of these big players they have, the Bruno Fernandes, the Ronaldos, the Varanes, they will leave because these guys cannot be seen playing in the Europa League. And if you're a Man United fan, let me know how you guys feel in the comments. If you're another rival fan, let me know how you feel in the comments about your team. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time.